I first met Tyler because my friend let me know that someone was harassing her online. At the time, I didn't know much about him, but it didn't take long for his name to start coming up more often. It turned out that Tyler had been causing issues for a lot of people, and my friend was just one of his many targets. I stepped in to help her, like I always do when my friends need me, because I can't stand seeing people get hurt. At first, I tried to handle it calmly. I blocked him, avoided interactions, and made it clear that I didn't want any involvement with him. But Tyler wasn't the kind of person who respected boundaries. He started creating alternate accounts to get around blocks, messaging me and others with increasingly inappropriate or manipulative comments. I remember feeling frustrated and confused. How could someone go to such lengths to harass people? One incident stands out vividly. Tyler tried to justify his actions by blaming them on split personality disorder. I didn't buy it. His behavior was deliberate and calculated, not the result of any condition. When I called him out, he lashed out at me, swearing and deflecting blame. It felt like every step I took to protect myself and my friends was met with more of his chaos. Over time, his harassment became more personal. He messaged me with bizarre, taunting comments, like the time he sent a message about wet farts. It was as if he wanted to provoke me, to see how far he could push before I snapped. I refused to give him the satisfaction, but inside, I was seething. What made it worse was the fear I felt for my little brother, Oscar. Tyler had already shown he'd stop at nothing to get to me, and now Oscar was using my main account. I blocked Tyler there as well, but I couldn't shake the worry that Oscar might accidentally interact with him. The thought of Tyler targeting my family made my blood boil. I started documenting everything, every message, every account, every interaction. I even created a rec room experience detailing what Tyler had done, hoping to raise awareness and protect others. When he found out about it, he demanded that I take it down. That was the last straw. I confronted him, and he responded by telling me to shut the F up, continuing to blame his behavior on his supposed condition. He even had the audacity to say, "I think you're the one going down." Despite all this, there were people who told me I was going too far by investigating the situation. It felt like they didn't understand the years of harassment I had endured. Blocking him wasn't enough, he just kept coming back, like a ghost I couldn't shake. For years, I've been stuck in this cycle of blocking, reporting, and trying to move on, only for Tyler to show up again under a new name. I've considered going to the police, but the fact that he's in America and significantly older than me makes it feel daunting. Looking back, I'm proud of how I've stood my ground, but I'm also tired. I've learned a lot about resilience and protecting myself, but I wouldn't wish this experience on anyone. Tyler may have tried to make me feel powerless, but I refuse to let him define me. Dealing with someone like Tyler has been exhausting, but unfortunately, it's not new. Honestly, it caused me and my friend a lot of stress. This person seemed hell-bent on something. I'm not even sure what. Their behavior was erratic, and their messages were always full of these bizarre, hard-to-follow sentences. It felt like no matter how much time passed, they were always trying to contact us. Even when we ignored them, it was like they'd been lurking in the background the entire time, waiting for a moment to reappear. Here's a detailed account of everything Tyler has done to us. 1. Cyber stalking. Tyler relentlessly stalked us online. No matter how many times we blocked him, he kept creating new accounts to bypass our blocks. It felt like he was always watching, always trying to find a way to get back into our lives. He would monitor our activities, message us constantly, and refuse to leave us alone. 2. Obsession. His fixation on us was disturbing. It didn't matter how much time passed, he remained fixated. It was as though he couldn't let go, like he needed to have some kind of control over us. His erratic behavior and inability to move on showed just how unhealthy his obsession had become. 3. Harassment. He bombarded us with inappropriate messages and comments, often designed to provoke or upset us. His words were erratic and hard to understand, but the intent behind them was clear, to make us uncomfortable and get a reaction. 4. Manipulation. Tyler constantly tried to manipulate the situation. He made excuses for his behavior, blaming it on supposed mental health issues, like split personality disorder. It felt like he was trying to gain sympathy or deflect responsibility for his actions. 5. Emotional distress. He caused us significant emotional distress. His constant harassment and the inappropriate things he said about my friend took a toll on both of us. It was exhausting to deal with him day after day, knowing he was actively trying to upset and hurt us. 6. Defamation. Tyler claimed to have harmed my friend in unspeakable ways, going so far as to say he had sexually assaulted her. These false claims were not only disgusting but also incredibly damaging. It was horrifying to hear him say such things and to know that he was capable of making those kinds of accusations just to get under our skin. 7. Inappropriate behavior. He made countless inappropriate comments about us and the people we care about. His words weren't just meant to provoke, they were vile, often crossing into deeply personal and unsettling territory. 8. Threats and taunts. Tyler tried to intimidate us with threats and taunts. He would say things like, "I think you're the one going down," as if he believed he had some kind of power over us. He also taunted us about the rec room experience we made to document his behavior, demanding we delete it and mocking us for standing up to him. 9. Invasion of privacy. By constantly creating new accounts and finding ways to reach us, he invaded our privacy. It felt like we couldn't escape him, no matter how hard we tried to cut him off. 10. Causing division. Tyler's actions caused rifts between us and other people. Some accused us of going too far in trying to investigate and stop him, which made an already stressful situation even harder to deal with. 11. Prolonged harassment. This wasn't just a one-time incident. Tyler's harassment spanned years. Even when we thought it was over, he'd find a way to resurface, proving time and again that he